these birds of prey knocked out of the sky. We're doing pretty good. We've taken some damage, not a lot. Welcome back, everyone. This is Panicking with GreyWolfs, and we are back with some more Star Trek New Horizons mod for Stellaris. And of course, as before, look right up there. Little smiley face. Well, he ain't smiling. Now, when we left off we still had a little while before we had the Babel conference that was due to come up to bring all these close by civilizations together. Hopefully, the Andorians, Vulcans, humans, and Tellarite. However, right now, the Vulcans and the Andorians are at war, and the Vulcans and the Kezikis are at war, but it looks like Tellarites are involved in that war with the Kezis as well. So this is kind of odd. We're going to keep going with our current mission, is just exploring, getting these anomalies cleared out, getting these resources cleared out as well, and expanding a little bit and colonizing our planets that we have habitable worlds on. So we're going to continue going in that general direction until something comes up that requires us to go in a different projection. All right, where is the Star Trek? All right, where's the Star Trek? Excuse me, where's the Enterprise? All right, so the Enterprise is heading down. Should have enough time to get this completely researched and cleared out on this anomaly, and then running back up north to, the Babel 1 conference. All right, so here we go. Unusual activity. For several weeks now, United Earth Security has been attempting to trace a series of illegal database hacks. The intrusions seem to have one thing in common. They all have targeted locations known to store classified historical information on the Eugenics war of the late 20th century, where genetically augmented humans nearly claimed total domination over Earth. Why someone would want to dig up the ghosts of the past remains unknown. Now, if you guys remember, a couple episodes ago, we found a probe or capsule floating through space that had something to do with these eugenic wars, and there was some people in sleep chambers in those capsule that we found. We let it carry on in its own, just send it back out to space. But the second Star Trek, the newer one, I think it was Into the Dark, I believe, is when you have the reemergence of Khan with the new Star Trek shows that have been out. Christopher Pike, I believe. Or Pine. Chris Pine. Excuse me. I think this. Yeah, y'all gonna kill me on this, but I'm sorry. It's one of them too. It's one of the Chris's. But anyway, this is the beginning of the whole Khan story and the reappearance of the Eugenics wars. All right, so Tal said he's not doing anything. Let's get him over here because there's plenty for him to do. Research is done on the Imperial mine. Let's go ahead and get impulse thruster. And we have another mining station that was built here at Earth. We can do an upgrade on him real quick. First fleet is still looking good. All right, so another one of our science ships, I do believe this is the Enterprise, has found gigantic skeleton. What was previously thought to be assorted mountains in the southern hemispheres of Mount Cassiopeia 3b have been identified as a massive skeleton remains of a single colossal alien life form. The bones have been dated at 3.4 billion years old, but our scientists have ruled out that the most Cassiopeia 3b could have supported life of that scale at any point in the moon's history. Science officer Jonathan Archer, who is the captain, not the science officer, has prepared a special research project to delve further into this mystery. So let's check that out real quick. We're going to have them research that. We should have enough time for the get back to the conference. The research station has been built at Kaldic. Do we have time? 3 orders, possibly not. Partially, but we're gonna go ahead and move the construction ship. I can't talk. We're fine. Damn. And I still got more recordings to do. This is the bad part. All right, augmented realities. Here we go. The research station orbiting Altar 4 has gone silent, missing several scheduled check-ins. Unknown to the public, the station is one of the 2 across United Earth space, still carrying frozen embryos of genetically augmented humans. These remnants from the Eugenic Wars have been kept hidden for over a century, though now it appears secrecy has been undone. Send a military team to investigate. Alright, so let's get the fleet to Altar 4. Got some research that's been finished up. Let's go ahead and get that. Let's bump our archaeological skill up to 2, so that'll be good there for us. Cold stations, military ship. Mark it on the map. Baby, we have a little less time on that, so we've got to. Next has got to hurry. Start. Man, I'm so sorry, y'all. Enterprise got to hurry up so we can get this stuff done. We can send them on where they need to be, and that's to Wolf 424. Hopefully, we get there and it'll end this damn war between the Romulans and not Romulans. Lord have mercy, the Vulcans and the Andorians. All right, come on, flagship. Hurry up. Alright. So we had a new ruler being basically the ruler of Earth. Usually I like to keep Samuels in a little bit longer. However, I had other things going on, wasn't really paying that much attention to it, and it kind of got burnt. But guess who we have? The Paul. Get the Paul on that damn ship. Which one was it? She's doing archaeological sites. I should put DePaul on that, truthfully, but I don't know if I can. Can I change her out? Because DePaul would be the better one to lead that research on that. And let's get the scientist back in that spot. Come on, Enterprise, let's go. Construction complete. Got about 400 days. System survey complete. That's that question. Let's go ahead and send the survey team out a little bit further. Who do we have here? We can go ahead and put a star base there. Fill that right up. Enterprise, you gotta go, man. Let's go. Alright. Special project completed. After continued studies, the massive skeleton remains found on Cassiopeia 3B. Science Officer Jonathan Archer has concluded that the creature served as some kind of organic starship. Much smaller bones from at least 3 separate species were found within the larger skeleton, and we assume these come from members of the crew. Or that this big ass creature went around and eat these motherfuckers. One of the 2. For unknown reasons, this organic ship suffered catastrophic damage and crash landed on Mu Cassiopeia 3B. While we cannot begin to understand the biological engineering necessary to grow a starship like this, the study of these bones alone has substantially advanced our knowledge. This is kind of like, is it Farscape I'm thinking about? I think it is. Yeah, Farscape I'm thinking about. All right, let's see. Can we get, oh, we got to go way up here. Can we get there in time? 473 days. No, we cannot. Shicey. Okay, all right. We've got the Enterprise heading to Babel 1 conference, and I've got the fleet headed to Altar to deal with the cold stations. And in fact, the fleet is already there. I also got a new captain in the mix too. Got Charles Trip Tucker. Y'all remember him from the Enterprise show. And because of such, I am actually going to start building a new fleet that will have, because we do need at least 2. I'm gonna start building a new fleet that I will put him in charge of. So since we're here at the cold stations and we already have our fleet here, let's go check it out. See what's going on. Research the project. Oh, well. It'd be nice to look at something different. That ice looking star that they have there. So let's see what happens. Augmented realities. Having arrived at the research station orbiting Altar 4, it is quickly appears that all is not well on the station. Several hull breaches are detected and a number of bodies float dead alongside the station. As the security team prepares to board the station, proximity alerts trigger. Vessels of an alien design swarm from their position on the far side of the station. Weapons engaged. Red alert. Weapons online. Alright. It's being a little laggy here for whatever reason. Didn't lock up on me. Alright, there it goes. It unleashed. Alright, so let's pause. Alright, we got a new contact. We'll take care of that in just a second. We'll worry about that later. Alright. Let's go ahead and get a new contact. Ping he on that. Starbase has been constructed at question. We'll take care of that and then we'll come back to what was going on there. There it is. Let's go ahead and get the mining stations built there. Alright, let's jump back over here where we were at. Alright, so these are the augmented people. Miriam Torres is one of the people that you can use early on in the game. But anyway, you see that they're using birds of prey. If you remember, I think in Next Generation and Enterprise, I think they dealt with this. No, it was I think they dealt with it in Enterprise as well. But you actually see Khan and his family. Hell, you actually see it in Wrath of Khan as well, because that's they were part of the augmented people. So it goes across decades, this whole storyline and everything. But you see them when they jump into Birds of Prey and they try to take on the Enterprise. Can't remember the actor's name that played the younger version of one of Khan's kids. He was a young kid, but he was in the Dune movies, I think from the early 90s, if I'm not mistaken. Can't remember exactly what his name is, but he's been in a few movies. Alright, found some mysterious aliens at Minas Corva. Let's go ahead and get a Banshee on that one. Get these birds of prey knocked out of the sky. We're doing pretty good. We've taken some damage, not a lot. Alright, the alien fleet, which attacked the research station orbiting Alpha 4, has been destroyed. Attempts to recover survivors have provided a number of potential candidates in the records, which must now be investigated. Alright, so hold tight there. Got that going. Let's mark that, because that's our giant skeleton, and this is the cold stations, and I've got to send a science officer up here to do this. So let's see. Do we have a science ship nearby? Yes, we do. It's DePaul, but she's on an archaeological dig. Home base is Earth space docks. Let's just send them back home. Destruction ship here, no orders. Go ahead and get those two things built. Let's see. We might have to get us another science ship. Keep at it there. Research. Get them shields researched. So Minas Corva has a undiscovered alien civilization on it, and I think the one here is just on the crystalline entities, which you will know from Star Trek Next Generation about that. There's an episode of that covered the crystalline entities that end up causing a lot of havoc in the Federation in itself, at least their outlying areas. And I want to say it was around Minas Corva that took place. I want to say that was the planetary system in the. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know. Or if I'm right, let me know. Just let me know which one it was. because I'm kind of sure it was Nose Culver, but I can't be 100% on that. All right, let's move to Mount Cassiopeia and go ahead and put a starbase. Let's not put a starbase. I want to get up there. How much is Nose Culver? 3. We're gonna go ahead and send our construction ship here because they'll, by the time we get across there, they'll have this place discovered. I want to get it colonized because that is a temperate planet that we can colonize with humans, and another one as well, and that's a big one. But with that one, we have this alpha aliens, which is the crystalline entity, and you got to be strong to take that joker out. But anyway,
An alien empire has established communications.
Okay, so we established communications with the crystalline entity, I believe. Don't know if they'll allow us to come in. It's hostile, it says. I don't know if it's going to allow us to come in and research or discover with the survey ship or not. Alright, let's see what we got constructed. That's on Groombridge. Let's head on up here and get this one taken care of. It's a mining station. Keep that conversations there with that alien life form. So we can talk to them. Go away. At the Trail Administration are trying to expand their growth. We're going to take care of them. If we do form the Federation, the Trail do become part of the Federation as well. I'll end up giving them like Mio Cassiopeia or Caldic or something, so they have a little bit of space to kind of like move out on. Not doing any of that right now either at the moment. Cold stations. We got another cold stations taken care of. Search that. What do we got here on cold stations? I gotta send the science ship. We might go ahead and build us another science ship just because I'm having to run everyone back and forth here because I've got the other two I think down here and I need more over, or one here that's stuck on an archaeological dig, one down here surveying planets, and the Enterprise running up here to deal with the Babel conference. Whoa, where was that at now? Okay, so that's United Earth still. All right, so we got the first ship of our second fleet. I'm gonna go ahead and get Tucker on board here so that he can start leading that crew or that fleet in itself. Earth's fleet is fully upgraded. It looks like they need it again. Archaeological skill level 2 is popped in, or +2 is topped in. And this Corvette is done. Here comes Loose. I believe that was the Cardassians who that was initially. But we will see. Let's send the survey ship over to this cloud. Let's see what comes up. Alright, so we have received transmission from the Cardassian Union. Cardassians have closed their borders to us. Alpha Centauri B has a mining station put in. Yep. Shit. Oh god. And the fleet's upgrade. Okay, I'm sorry. I was just trying to figure out some other things. It's right there in my mind as well. Alright, so construction ship, don't have anything for you to do in this area. Everything's been pretty much done. I will probably send you to here to go ahead and get that done. Other construction ship here on Alpha Centauri we can send back the soul. He's got a science ship here. Let's see if we can get a new recruit. Survey speed. Let's go ahead and do that. We're not really surveying anything anymore, but we're gonna go up here and survey this cold stations. Get that knocked out. I don't think there's no big rush on that. There's really not, but anyway. Got the Enterprise to the Babel conference with 10 days to spare. All right, so this is the interspecies medical exchange. It's basically yes or no if you want to allow your doctors into doing this kind of stuff, which does help because if you run across a disease or a virus that you don't have any kind of cure for or knowledge of, some other civilization in the game might, if they're part of this exchange as well. Most, pretty much all of them, all pretty much do this, or get involved with this. So, got some more mission logs. What we got now? The Babel 1 conference is going. The crystalline pacification is going, and the cold stations should be going fairly soon. I need to check back with DePaul and see what's going on here. Keep her going on that. Let's see. We lost our society researcher. Who do we have? We'll put Potty on there. Let's just tell me about the interspecies medical exchange. Mina Corvus is now complete. Got the Gimli aliens that we have bumped into. So Lopez out on that one since we used the other two before. Starbase was built. That's taken care of. Minus station. Oh, the Aragosa cluster. Okay. Aragosa cluster. Research. Complete impulse thruster. Yeah, we're going to have some upgrades we got to do on our ships. Let's go ahead and get the spatial torpedo researched. We will take some time before we can get the second fleet upgraded because they're still building their second ship. Alright. T'Pol has reported a figure appeared before them upon approaching the facility, citing who meets the challenge, before swirling away into the dust as hordes of drones began to pour out of the large stronghold facility on the planet. Beaming down reinforcements, she has discovered that the fire is coming from autonomous drones which are being produced within the facility. T'Pol has a choice on which tactics they prefer to pursue. Let's find another way in. T'Pol has reported. Okay, never mind. That's the end of that part. I thought it jumped into the next part of the story. Jeez, field day with my mind today, folks. Field day. I'm telling you, it's been cluttery fuckery. All right. So the summit at Babel is underway and the discussions are intense. The subject turns to discussions on old rivalries and grievances. Relations between Vulcan and Andor and Tellar have fluctuated over the years, and many consider Earth too young to be trusted. How can peace be built? So much history. And it's time to put those old rivalries aside. Thanks to intense negotiations, real progress has been made and a major breakthrough has been reached. The question remains, is it time to build trust and look at each other in a positive light, or do we forge ahead alone? Let's forge a new future together. This is the beginning of the Federation. The conference comes to an end with all sides weary of this new direction, but optimistic. Perhaps the time to cement the deal with the secure coalition draws near and we can look towards the future together. All right, I'm just going to tell them this. Peace needs to be secured for now so that I can start pumping out a little bit more colonial ships. And getting that stuff taken care of would be very helpful. They're going to build their second ship. I'm going to have them. All right. Construction at Minas Corvus have been done. Preparing a diplomatic envoy to those ready to steal non-aggression.
It sails
Unity
from the river to Mach.
I agree with that with them because there's going to be a point in the Tamarian Unity I get this mouse to work right, then I got to travel somewhere down here maybe. And having an alliance or a good good standing relations with them would be very fucking helpful for me. So right now in the Argos cluster, they're doing that. I mean, this Corvette is good, I believe. I am going to wait just a minute here and then send this construction ship over to Argos cluster and get that one taken care of. I do have one building a outpost right here, so we can get that taken care of. Terra Nova has some unemployed workers. Now, see, the city housing is one, so we need to fix that as well. But I'm gonna get the worker a job first, and then we'll go from there. But usually, as you see the happiness, you could build something else, but we already have our fusion reactors. But usually, the third thing I always try to build, well, you don't build the actual administrative complex, but the second thing you really build inside, I usually do entertainment to keep that happiness up. So we're going to do entertainment center and then jump over here to the city district and build another district in that area because our housing is getting very low. All right, let's keep going. All right, fleet upgraded there. We're going to get we need some money. Go to the marketplace. We got a crap ton of minerals, folks. Crap ton. Maybe I should have bought some of this before I did that, but we'll do this. Everything else we're pretty good on. Yeah, that's good there. Let's go back in, build us another colonial ship, and then we're going to pump out 2 more NX classes to fill up Tucker's fleet. I hate the way that the show Enterprise ended and everything. I wish they would have kept going, but I am a huge Scott Bakula fan who played Archer, of course. And I thought that with the Malcolm Reed to Paul and even Tucker, that there was still more that they could pull off with the show. Of course, you have those big wigs up there with all the money that make those calls, and us fans and all never get much of a say in that. So it is what it is, I guess. Kind of sucks. It's amazing how the good shows, they always end up dying off, but the bad ones stick around forever. Not calling any names out or anything like that. It's just... All right, so this is the augmented realities. This should be the last one on this. The debris contains a number of computer cores relatively unscathed from the destruction of the enemy fleet. Engineering teams are able to quickly piece together that the fleet was being commanded by a group calling themselves Comets. An apparent references to Khan Noon Soon, late 20th century great continent. The group of genetically engineering human augments was seeking to acquire more embryos preserved in eugenic war to bolster the numbers before striking out to claim a world of their own. The destruction of their stolen alien fleet seems to have ended these ambitions. Disaster averted. Good job, good job. All right, let's get this construction ship here doing that. The Babel 1 conference is completed. Situation log. Okay. So, still going on with that. All right, this one's done as well. So with this one being done, I'm gonna send him south to like catch up on some of these anomalies, maybe help build up his overall standing as far as level go, because skill level, and also end up probably parking him or another science ship right around Eta, because of the need to have. It's good to keep those science ships around simply because you'll get distressed dispatches, you'll have something pop up that you need to go, uncover, or whatever the case may be. So I always kind of keep like one of them in a construction ship around just for whatever reason. You never know. Let's see what this coalition is. So this is the Noblians. They want to form a federation. I'm gonna decline because
Challenge your preconceptions, or they will challenge you.
we got enough influence in case I want to do these. So what I'm gonna start doing now is I'm
Our
gonna
presence would indicate that diplomacy has failed.
open
Is
up
this correct?
trade and all with them. Supposedly they're in a coalition with someone. So we're gonna go through in the major ones. I'm gonna do
war
the.
can be avoided this time.
There's Jeffrey Combs playing Sharon. Shit, I didn't want the defense pack. I didn't mean to do that. Did I just hit form coalition with the jackasses too? No, immigration. Jeez, I gotta pay attention. Anyway, I'm gonna do this with the Denoblians too because they actually also kind of, who do they have a coalition with? It's not telling me. Oh shoot, didn't even do that. Alright, so all that's gonna become popping through 1,500 million times all the way across the screen. See? Alright, let's pause there. So
He's suffering from paranoia.
Tellarite and Vulcan are already in a coalition. I'm just gonna hold out on that. I got embassy of the Noblians, immigration with Andorian, commercial with the Vulcans, immigration Vulcan, research with Tellarite, non-aggression with Andorian, embassy with Andorian, defense pact Andorian. I didn't mean to do all that. Research with Andorians, immigration with Tellarite, embassy with the Vulcans, and research with Vulcans. So far, I know there's gotta be, yeah, there's the rest of them. So that is the Tellarite commercial and the Andorian commercial and the embassy. Who wants a non-aggression pact? The Noblians. I'm going to decline that just because I'm not going to do anything to them, but I don't want to take away the Deltian Union. That's these folks up here. I just did an embassy with them. Let's do can't do an embassy with the Zindi. I wonder why. I will guarantee their independence though. We'll establish an embassy with the Syrians too. Alright, what you got going on there? You done? Alright, where are you heading to next? Maybe nowhere. Alright. So we got that done, and this is one thing. It is behind. We're just going to disband it. But there's no need. We're running out of reasons to have a construction ship, and I've got an extra one up around at the Sol system, so there's no need for it. Yeah, well, we can knock that out real quick. We'll do regional capitals here. I got the independence guaranteed. Argos cluster has been fully surveyed. Doing the anomaly and diplomatic response with an embassy at the Syrian League. We get our construction ship in here. Slap down that outpost real quick. Get some good minerals in here. Alright. We go back to Ascension perks. So we've read on here before. We know what this one does. Trained officers. On the trained officers, you can see at the top here, I'm at 6,000 with 28 a day coming in. Yes, it is experience, but it's not like a big push for it because it's just trained officer production plus 5%. We've already got 28 coming in a day, and trust me, you're never going to run through these trained officers in time. It's almost impossible to do. Not saying it can't be done, but it's almost impossible. All right, so now we're going to use this clear blocker cost, so it's halved, so we can go back to our planets, and any planet that has ruins or something on it, we can get rid of it now. for the most part. There are some that you have to have special research done before you can do that. All right, so the ruins at Shanghai, we're going to go ahead and get that one knocked out of the way. So right now, we're not doing anything on our build queues or anything of that nature. Luna, the moon, does not have anything, does not have any specialties either. I'll go back to show you. Earth has no specialties as well. Mars has no blockers and no specialties. Terra Nova, we've got the 3 blockers and the 2 specialties. That's the organic and the strategic location and the odd factory. Let's go ahead and see about clicking and clearing these out. And then Kappa Francis, we have 2. It has strategic location and impure trillium deposits. Both of those going to be good as well. And we have 1 impassable mountain. So now on the impassable mountain, I can't clear it because I have to have the technology of mountain range removal. Okay. So you will run upon things like that you have to have special research before you can actually remove those. The ones that we can clear out, we are in the process of getting cleared out as we speak. There's Minas Corva, 12 population, 85% human habitability. All right, exotic radiation. This must be on our ghost cluster. This particular asteroid is extrasolar capture and appears to have been washed by some kind of toxic radiation as it plummeted through the interstellar space before finally settling in the Argos cluster system. The original source of this radiation remains unknown, but the USS Fahrenheit has been able to pick up a wealth of physics data by studying the asteroid's energy emissions. And it is currently building the starbase now. I am going to attempt. Nope, it will not let me. So let's go back to our situation log. Okay, so we're still doing the crystalline pacification. So we're still not be able to get that done yet. Once that's done, we might be able to go into Melina right there and survey that area so that we can put a system there, or starbase there. So in the meantime, I'm going to send my science ship up here and have him finish off maybe getting that gigantic skeleton that we found on Cassiopeia moon to figure out what that is before I had to pull off the Enterprise to deal with the Babel 1 conference. Rivalry with the Cardassian Union.
For Cardassia.
We're going to call the video here. This is a good way to end next episode. The rivalry with the Cardassians. In Star Trek, of course, in the universe of Star Trek, they did go through and have there was a war between the Federation and the Cardassians. Maybe we won't get that deep. Maybe we will. Who knows? But this is Panicking with GreyWolfs Den. I appreciate you guys watching these videos, hitting that like and subscribe button. Don't forget, it's free. We're just here to have a good time and have some fun, show y'all some new games and different little mods and stuff like that, the games as well. And we're still trying to reach that 250 subscribers so that one lucky subscriber will get a signed shirt, hat, and $50 gift card.